Majority of my childhood was always within the water. There's nothing worse than being out there surrounded by plastic.
I was a product designer in another life, and it was my job to make plastic products. And after a while I realised that we didn't need the stuff that I was making, and so I stopped. I met Andrew and he told me about this project, and it just clicked. For me, the project was amazing. We could have a better time at the beach because we're not swimming in plastic and pollution anymore. We'd even eat better because the fish are healthier. Marinas, ports and yacht clubs is the perfect place for the sea bin. There's no massive ocean storms. It's a controlled environment. It catches everything floating in the water: plastic bottles, paper, oil, fuel and detergent. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Another good thing with the location of the sea bin is that people can see what we're catching, what they're swimming in. It's been a big change in our life. We quit our jobs, we've taken all our money and we're putting our heart and souls into making this happen. One of our goals is to make the sea bin from our own plastics to create another sea bin to capture more. It's a domino effect. The second goal is to create a world where we don't need the sea bins. Imagine that, we have a pollution-free ocean for our future generations.
We have evolved alongside the honeybee in a symbiotic relationship. We care for them, they pollinate our crops, and of course, make lots of delicious honey. But getting the golden nectar has always been quite a task. I just thought it was crazy to have to crack the hive open, pull the hive apart, stress out all the bees, and spend all day in the shed just to get your honey. And I thought, there must be a better way. So my dad and I got to work.
And we've done it. Now you can simply turn a tap and pure fresh honey flows right out of your hive. Delicious, ready for you to eat.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's honey on tap.
For those that don't know, harvesting your honey used to be a real labour of love. You had to protect yourself from stings, fire up a smoker to sedate the bees, crack the hive open, lift heavy boxes, pull out the frames trying not to squash bees, brush them off the combs or use a leaf blower, transport the frames to a processing shed, cut the wax capping off, filter the honey and clean up all the mess, then the frames have to go back to the hives again. Now you don't need to do any of that. Turn a tap, sit back and watch the honey pour out. It's pure, unprocessed, untouched, delicious honey directly from the hive. No mess, no fuss, no expensive equipment and much more friendly for the bees. This is the first time in the world this has been possible. There is nothing else like it.
It really is a revolution. We can see into the hive, we can see when the honey's ready, and we can take it away in such a gentle way. What a wonderful thing.
The flow frames are designed with clear ends so you can easily check the hive is healthy and the colony is strong. You can watch all the girls turning nectar into honey and see when it's ready, and isolate individual combs allowing you to taste all the different flavours of the seasons. You can just harvest one frame and get 3 kilograms of honey, or harvest more than 20 kilograms per box. Being able to tap it off so easily means that when there is a good honey flow, you can keep up with the bees and harvest a lot more honey. So how does it work? The flow frame consists of already partly formed honeycomb cells. The bees complete the comb with their wax and fill the cells with honey, capping it off, ready for harvest. When you turn the handle, our patented split cell technology creates channels inside the comb, allowing the honey to flow down and out of the hive while the bees are undisturbed on the comb surface. Turn the tap again, which resets the comb into the original position and allows the bees to chew the wax back and fill it with honey again. For the commercial beekeeper, the frames are built to accommodate a pneumatic system, which means you can flick a switch and harvest your whole apiary at once. We've been testing prototypes with beekeepers from around the world.
I've spent hours taking honey out of hives. This system is just blows my mind.
Bees are such a crucial part of our world, so if you're not ready for a hive of your own, but you would like to support this new innovation and a new community of beekeepers around the globe, then please make a donation pledge. Or perhaps you've been dreaming of having your very own beehive in your backyard, on your rooftop, in your community garden or school. Well, now is the time, and it's never been so easy for the beekeeper and so easy on the bees. For less than the cost of a standard beehive and extracting equipment, you can have our super efficient bee-friendly flow hive. Or maybe you already have bees and just want to add our flow frames to your hive so you can experience the joy of watching the bees and harvesting honey in this new way.
We know what you're thinking. You hear the music, see these amazing places on Earth, and you think we're going to talk about another big idea that might or might not happen to save the planet. Well, no. We are here to share with you something practical that we have actually built to bring what people say for years is the future to right now. Food waste and declining energy sources are major environmental hazards. Biogas is the solution. It's a natural process in which organic waste is converted into cooking gas. So 5 years ago, we went on a mission to bring biogas to every home. We grouped the best engineers, scientists, designers, and product people together. And now it's here. Home biogas. Home biogas is the first family-sized, user-friendly, affordable biogas system. It is the change, and you can put it in your backyard. Home biogas comes in an easy-to-assemble kit, and its use is as simple as can be. Just throw in your organic waste, and there you go. A hot stove ready for cooking. A cycle of in-house energy, and it runs with no electricity. Your leftovers provide you 2 to 3 hours of energy a day. Any kitchen leftovers, including meat and dairy, work, even your pet's litter. Just toss it all inside home biogas, and the bacteria in the digester will decompose the organic material and release biogas. As a byproduct of the digestion, home biogas even generates an incredible plant fertilizer. It's the kind you pay a large sum for in garden stores. In this manner, home biogas creates an eco-cycle. Waste turns into gas and fertilizer. Fertilizer is used to grow food, and gas to cook it. Leftovers are more waste. We are way past the prototype phase. We've already installed more than 150 units that have been running for over a year. Until now, we've worked with international organizations in underserved communities. Now, we're bringing it to you. You are in charge of creating your own clean, renewable energy. Energy that you can trust. We need your help to make home biogas an accessible household item. So if you want to bring the change, get home biogas. Let's create a better future for our next generations.
This is Altered Nozzle, a beautiful new type of aerator that fits into your existing tap. By atomizing water and creating a mist, you can do exactly the same things you do today, only with 98% less water. This is what happens with your regular faucet. Most of the water either bounces off your skin or just passes your hands without touching them at all. That's millions of gallons of water, literally slipping through our fingers and down the drain. We need to change that, and that's why we want your help.
So how do we save 98% of the water without losing functionality? The trick is in atomization. You break up the water into millions of droplets and basically you're creating a heavy mist. With our mist, you get in contact with much greater percentage of the water, almost all of it. That's why you can wash your hands, do your dishes with just a fraction of the water coming out of your tap. But sometimes you need more water. That's why we developed the switch. In switch mode, you still save 85% of the water compared to your regular tap, but you still get all the water you need.
Approximately 18% of the water used in our homes is water running through our taps. That's about 32 gallons of water per household per day. If we do the math and look at some of the most water-stressed cities in the world, that's about 220 million gallons of water running through the taps in Tokyo, 240 million in Shanghai, 40 million gallons in Los Angeles, and 50 million in Rio de Janeiro. Every day. And most of it is down the drain.
There are already millions of faucets in the world. That's why we developed the Alto nozzle to be easily installed in your existing one. By altering your existing faucet, rather than buying a new one, you get the same effect at a fraction of the cost. The faucet is also part of our interior design. So if it doesn't look good, it's just gonna end up in some drawer. That's why we spend a lot of time designing the Alto nozzle. We ended up with this drop shape. It clearly makes a visual statement, but at the same time, it makes it easy to switch between mist and saver mode.
Today, over 1 billion people are living in areas with extreme water stress. It affects people in the United States, Brazil, China, Spain, basically everywhere. And by the end of the year 2020, an estimated 3 billion people are going to live in these areas. It's something we need to do something about. Be part of creating a really cool product, something we believe can be a small and simple solution to a huge problem. Oh, and if you like it, please spread the word. Thanks.
Thank you for liking and commenting on this video. And please don't forget to subscribe.
The complete redesign of what a cooler can be. First, you've got this 18-volt rechargeable blender. You don't realize the number of places you could really go for a blended cocktail or smoothie until you've got a blender built right into the lid. You're already carrying around a cooler full of ice and tasty beverages. Why not blend them up and become a summertime hero anytime, anywhere? And what's a party without music? The coolest comes with a removable Bluetooth speaker that connects to any smartphone to wirelessly stream music from up to 30 feet away. It's amazing where speaker technology has come in the last few years. You can skip songs and adjust the volume right from your phone, and this little box can really put out some sound.